What's up? Here is your Identify Factors homework 4.OA number 4 on McCain4th.com. We did all these factor rainbows up here, so let's go ahead and write down the homework for Tuesday, which is to do find all the factors for 64. So we know the first two factors of any number are 1 and that number. In this case is 64. So now we're going to test the number 2. Okay. And so remember, we're wondering, does 2 multiply with another number to equal 64? Okay. Because factors are the numbers that multiply together. So does this have a number that multiplies together to make 64? So we can't type this into our calculator, so we're going to do the inverse, which is 64 divided by 2 to figure that out. Now we know 2 is going to work because all multiples of 2 end in 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0. So we know it's going to work. So here we go, 64 divided by 2, 64 divided by 2 equals 32. So we know the missing number is 32, and then we'll draw our rainbow. Okay, now we're going to test 3. Does 3 times something equal 64? So we'll do the inverse, 64 divided by 3, a decimal. So now let's test 4. 64 divided by 4, equals 16. So 4 times 16. Okay. Our factors. And so you can see our factor rainbow, we're getting closer and closer together to the middle. All right, now we know 5 isn't going to work because all multiples of 5 end in 5 or 0. So let's check 6. So 64 divided by 6 is a decimal. 64 divided by 7 is a decimal. And now it's time to go to the store. 64 divided by 8 times 8. So our final factor pair is 8 times 8. And so here's our whole rainbow. We test every one. Make sure you have your commas in between. And there you go. All right, this is multiples review. So we're wondering, is 82 a multiple of 2? Use our division evidence to check. So we're wondering, how many times are we counting by the number 2 to hopefully say 82? Okay. And so we're going to do our division inverse to check. 82 divided by 2 equals, and we'll do that on our calculator, and it equals 41. So there we go, and because that's a whole number, we proved that it is a multiple of 2. Or if you just wrote over here, my evidence is every multiple, all multiples of 2 end in 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0, that would work also, okay, for this section. All right, circle the number that is a multiple of 13. So we're testing all of these. Just like on the test, you should write your answers above. So we're doing 72 divided by 13. Okay, underlining important info, of course. Okay, that's a decimal, 5.53. So that's a bad one. So we're going to cross it out. Okay, 88 divided by 13. Oh, that's a decimal, 6.76. So that's a bad one. 78 divided by 13 is a whole number. Yay, 6. There we go. So 13 times 6. If we count by 13 6 times, we'll get 78. And then let's test the last one, which is 27 divided by 13 equals a decimal, 2.07. So that means that is not a multiple of 13. So there we go. There's your homework.